take this one, and you're coming back to this one. This one has to come through there. Okay? So, take this one, you know that this opposite one has to come through there. Just making a little space for them in the pull. So this one and that one. This one and that one, you're going to bring through this hole that you've made. Okay. Re-watch the video. If you're unsure how to do it, re-watch the video. And sometimes you've got to re-watch over and over until you really get it, because it is a little tricky. Okay. So, I'm doing this one. This one, so the aim is for this one to come in between these two. And it looks easy when I do it, and I do understand that. And it really is once you've got the hang of it. But until you have the hang of it, it is a little tricky. Alright, so you can re-watch the video and see how I'm actually doing it. Now I've got 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches. I'm at 20, that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And don't pull them too tight. You don't want to pull them too tight. Alright, now you have your stitches on your needle. And as I say, there are different ways to put them onto your needle. You don't have to do it this way. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do the knit stitch. Just plain knitting. I'm going to do one row just knitting. And I'm going to do one row just pull. And then we're going to do one knit, pull, knit, pull, knit, pull. Alright, so to knit. Needle in there. Wrap your yarn around. Bring it through and take it off. Into your stitch from this way. You're not coming in this way. You're coming in this way. Like that. You wrap your yarn around. You're coming from under to there. And it's got to come through this stitch. Take it off. Bring you in just a touch closer. Alright, so you're coming in this way. Yarn around. Bring it through. Your needle in, wrap your yarn around, bring it through, take it off. Needle in, wrap your yarn, bring it through, take it off. Go in there, and around. Now watch, I'm coming from this way. Sometimes you want to bring it that way. We're not going that way. You're coming around. So you're coming under the bottom of the needle, like that. And you're bringing it through, and you're taking that stitch off your needle. So you come in, under your needle, through, take it off. Okay, I'll go a little faster. In there, bring it under, bring it through, take it off. In, around, through, and off. In, around, through, and off. In your stitch, yarn around, through, take it off. In, around, through, and off. Maybe you can make sure that you do all those steps. In, around, through, and off. Now what some beginners do, I think, is that they probably, I actually don't know how you increase, maybe it's like this and then they don't take it off and then you add on another one and do something like that. So be careful, follow what I'm saying here, because then you know you've only got a few steps. You go in, around, through, and off. You've got 4 steps. If you're doing more than that, then you're doing something wrong. Needle in, yarn around, through, and off. Okay, so if you're doing more than that, then you know you're making a mistake somewhere. So now that's how you do the knit stitch. And as I say, re-watch the video if you're unsure, and that gives you a bit of a bubble over here. So if I did another row of knit, I'm going to get garter stitch, which is just a bunch of this kind of knitting, which is great. It has its place. All of them have their own place. Now, purl is a little bit harder. Not harder, let me not put you off by saying it's harder. Purl is just a different stitch. So to purl, instead of coming in this way, when you knit it, you come in this way. When you purl, you're coming in the other way. Whoops, you're coming in the other way. You're wrapping your yarn over from the top. So you're doing it opposite. You're still coming around, you're still bringing it through, and you're still taking it off. But you're coming in differently. So you're coming in from there. Now instead of coming this way like you do with a knit, you're coming from the top. And you're coming around, through and off. Coming from this way, around from the top, bring it through, take it off. Okay, so coming in there, coming from the top, coming around, see, this is the new yarn. This is how you're making your stitches. This is your yarn is making the new one. And you can look at it and you can see that's making my new stitch now. So in the top, and in, over the top, through and off. In, over the top, through and off. Once again, you've got 4 steps. Go in, over the top, through and off. In, over the top, go through, take it off. And be careful that you don't take it off as you're bringing it through. You know, it's easy to do it kind of like, to get it to come off before. Do it in those 4 steps. In, over the top, bring it through and then take it off. In, over the top, through, take it off. And we'll see the comparing as we do the rib. So I'll just go a little quicker to get them done. Go in, over the top, through, take it off. In, over the top, through, take it off. In, over the top, through, take it off. And that's how you do the purl stitch. Once you have the knack of it, it goes really quickly and you'll look back and think, oh my word, it was so simple. Anyway, now turn around. Now what I want to do is to show you. Now you can see by doing it that way, this is called stocking knit, stock and knit stitch. 1 row knit, 1 row purl, and this is what you get. If you just did garter stitch, you'd get a look like that, which was just knitting. But now what we want to do is we want to do rib. So when it comes to ribbing, we want to do, ribbing has you can do 2, 3, 4 stitches at a time. But the concept of rib is to do 1 knit, 1 purl. One knit, 1 purl. So what you need to do is before you start the ribbing stitch, be sure that you know how to do the knit stitch and you know how to do the purl stitch. Because if you don't know that, you're going to get confused, and that's when you're going to have a problem. So be sure to know how to knit and how to purl. Once you've mastered that, I can show you the next step. So let me show you how to do the ribbing. Now ribbing, we're going to start off with a knit stitch. So knitting, you come in this way. Purl came in that way. Okay, so knit is in this way, goes under the needle, through and off. Okay, that's knit. Now you've got to purl. But you can't just go here because now your thread is on the wrong side. So very important, you've got to bring your thread this side. Okay, you're coming in this side, over the top, through the loop, and take it off. Now you just pull. But now you have the same problem. Your thread is in the purl position, so you got to put it into the knit position. So you can bring it back onto this side. Go in this way, under the hook, under your needle, through and off. Okay. But once again, now you got to do this. So, and then you come in this way, top of the needle, through this is why it can be a little bit confusing, because you're having to bring your yarn back and forth. The knit, your yarn has to be in the knitting position. The purl, it's going to be in the purl position. So you have to keep moving your yarn to where you need it. Now I've just done a purl, so I need to put my yarn in the knitting position, which is just over there. Coming from this side, knit, take it off. So now you got to purl, put it in the purl position, because when you're purling, your thread is going to be this side all the time. When you're knitting, your thread is on this side all the time. Okay? So then you would knit one. And that is what you're going to do for your ribbon. So now you purl, and the biggest thing is remember to move your yarn. Knit. Purl. Yarn over there and knit. Go to purl. Bring your yarn to the purling position. Purl. Knitting position. Knit. Purling position. Purl. Knit. Now what you have to know is, alright, I finished with the purl, what do I do on my next stitch? You've got to be sure that you're doing, okay, let me turn it around. I've got a knit on my knitted stitch, and I can see that there's my knitted stitch. The purl stitch, you're going to have a little loop right on top of the stitch. You can see there I don't. That's my knitted stitch, that's my purl. So I've got to start with a knit. So I'm going to knit one, and then I'm going to purl one. Okay, there's my knitted one. I can see that's the purl because it's right over there. So I knit this one, and I'll purl this one. So from this side, you want to knit on the knits and purl on the purls. This is a knit, and this is a purl. Okay, here's my knit. Now don't be confused because this little loop is over here. There's my knitted stitch there. It's got to be right on top of the needle for that to be a purl stitch. So this is knit. This is purl. And that is all that you do. And you're going to start getting this rib look. And it's going to be like that on both sides. Now if you want to, you can do 2 knits, 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 purl. You can do 3 knits, 3 purl, 3 knit, 3 purl. You just get a different look. But that's what you have to know. So your basics to ribbing is that you've got to do a purl and a knit, and you've got to put your yarn in the right place. For a knit, it's got to be on the right hand side of your needle. Purl, you've got to bring it this side towards you, and then you purl. And to know where your knit stitch is, it doesn't have the loop right on top, that's the purl stitch. And I think that is all that you need to know. Now when you're doing even numbers, it's easy to see what you end with, because here I ended with the purl, so I know that I had to start with the knit. But when you've got uneven numbers, you've got to look and just see which stitch you have to start with. So these do not look very similar. They both look like purls to me. But pull it a little bit, and I can see if I pull this one, there's a stitch there. If I pull this one, there's no stitch. Therefore I know that's a purl stitch. Right, and that's what you do to get this ribbed look and to get the ribbed effect. So I hope that this has helped you. As I say, it's better to be sure of your knit and your purl stitch, and then go forth and try this ribbed stitch. So I hope this has helped you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye.